Hi you guys, I'm Taikia. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to touch base about Black Lives Matter and police brutality and all that stuff that's been going on. Like a lot of protests been going on and whatsoever. I just wanted to touch base about that. So the police situation is kind of a difficult topic to talk about because you're talking about racism and you're talking about all the ways we got treated with being African American. It's not easy, and how police is just killing our men. And what my history is on it, where I seen this like as a 5-year-old, like when my dad, had a run in with police and stuff like back in the 90s, like it was crazy. And my dad, like, he wasn't even no drug dealer or anything, and the police was just like pushing him down the stairs, like shoving him down the stairs any kind of way. Because my dad, he had been drinking, but he didn't have any weapons or anything like that on him, and he was like shoving him down the stairs any kind of way. But this guy, he wasn't even white. His partner was white, and he was a Puerto Rican guy, and he was like pointing like a gun and stuff at him. And then my mom was like, stop, what are you doing? Like, put that gun away. Like, my husband, he's not a criminal. Like, why are you trying to shoot him? So they like arrested him, and they was like shoving him down, pushing him down the stairs any kind of way in an apartment building when I was like a 5-year-old kid. Like, I remember that like it was yesterday. Like, it's like something that Black people go through for real, like, and it's real. But not only was that incident at that particular time, it still was another incident, and this incident happened in the state of Connecticut, may I remind you. And then the other incident happened when we was in Florida. My dad, he been drinking, and he was trying to get home or whatever, and he had parked and then got out the truck, and he fell on his knees. And then 2 white cops come up. One of them was aiming a gun. Get on the ground, get on the ground. And then my mom was like, is you crazy? My husband just been drinking. Why are you pointing a gun at him? Like, why is you pulling your gun out when my dad didn't even try to run up on you? Like, he following everything you talking about. He got his hands up above his head. He laid out on the ground ready for you to put the cuffs on him. Like, why is you even pointing a gun at him? Even though the landlord called like the police on him for like trespassing or whatever, because him and this other guy was fighting. But they was like fighting with a bat or whatever, but neither one of them had a gun on them. So why is you pointing your gun out at him when he didn't even do anything? So my mom, she was like, put that gun away. And she was calling on Jesus, and she's like, the devil is a liar. Like, my mom, she was not playing. She was like, I'm going to sue the hell out of y'all. You shoot my husband, kill my husband in front of my face. Because that was like racism, basically. And crooked cops, like, they've been existed for a while. Like, me and my family, we even had to run in with a state trooper when I was a kid. Like, they was after us or whatever. We didn't do anything. They shot like my dad tires out of his van, and we like ran into a tree because they made the tires go flat, and we was like turning upside down and flipping and stuff. And not only that, I was stuck in there, and my dad, he had to pull me out, and we had like all these state troopers like pointing guns at us. This was like back in the 90s. So I'm not surprised about cricket cops, racism, throughout like all the crazy stuff that's going on. I'm not surprised. Like, people just now saying something, people just now protesting about it. But my family, we had a bad experience with the police. Like, I'm not a fan of cops because it's bad history, bad running, as a seeing that at the age of 5. So I kind of know what it's like to be on the other side of that, being African American. Like, you don't know, like, if your father gonna get killed. You don't know if your brother gonna get killed, get pulled over by a cop, or they could be walking the street. Because at the end of the day, they just gonna pull a weapon out on you because you black. Like, and that's not even right. I don't agree with it, so that's why I'm making this video, to say my point of view and my personal experiences for you guys to, like for me, it's kind of like, I don't know, upsetting for me and my people, my family, because I 100% agree with the protests that's going on. Like, this is something that supposed to have been brought to the light, that they hide and cover up and sweep under the rug. Like, it just ain't right. That stuff that happened with Trayvon Martin, when that happened to him, he got killed at the age of 17. I was 17 too. I was in high school at that time when he got killed. Now I'm 25. Like, he's supposed to be the same age as me. So, just for him wearing a hoodie and walking in the neighborhood with a hood over his head, he getting shot because he's black. And like, oh, we just started trespassing. And no, you just shot him because he was black. Because if it was a white boy walking with a hoodie and his skin was white, it wouldn't been the same reason to shoot. You wasn't shot. So, and then the other thing with Brenda Taylor, police busting up in there, don't even have a warning or whatever. They didn't even let her know that they was knocking, and the people that they was looking for was already in jail. So they get shot in her sleep like that. That's just dirty. And then this thing with George Floyd, I 100% disagree. The guy saying he can't breathe, 4 cops standing there, not neither one of them trying to get that guy to get his knee off of his neck in Minneapolis. So that's just still racism is still going on. It's a shame, and it's 2020. Like, we still fighting this like our ancestors had to do when African Americans were slaves. Like, this isn't even right at all. And then, like, with the riots and stuff, with buildings being burned down, I don't agree with all that, burning up statues and all that. Like, that's just overrated. But we doing right to stand up for ourselves, to be treated equally and fairly, because we just equal, just like the next race. But still, at the end of the day, I know that people burning down people like properties and buildings and stuff, that's not cool though. That part is not. But to be honest, I think that we a little bit like, I'm not trying to be racist against like white people or nothing like that, no offense, because I'm not making this video to like intimidate anybody or, you know, like, I'm not racist or nothing like that against white folks or my own people, but I do stand with my people. If you want to know my opinion about what cops do, I do stand with my people. So, I was working at a correctional facility, and I heard like one of them white cops or CEOs or whatever they want to be said the N-word. And then they try to peek out to make sure I didn't hear anything. So I know racism is still going on because I was working at this facility for a little bit. But I'm not going to name, it's in the state of Connecticut, but I'm not going to name the facility. I'm not going to do that. So, but I know what I'm saying though. So it's still going on. But anyways, like, the George Floyd situation, like, that was horrible. He's saying I can't breathe, and he didn't even let a civilian do CPR on him or nothing. And 4 cops standing there, like, them 3 didn't even pull that guy off of him. That guy Derek, like, they didn't even be like, stop. What if he for real that he can't breathe? Like, you need to let that knee up. But they didn't do that because they don't give a damn because he's black. Because if it was a white man, the outcome would have been different, you know. But anyways, like I said, I'm not trying to be racist or anything against white folks. I don't care what color you is, whatever. I went to school with them all. I grew up with white folks. I went to school with black people. It was a bland mixture. So, yeah, I'm from the South, so I went to school with the whole rainbow. So, yeah. So I just wanted to say my opinion about that because it was it hit home for me because my father had a run-in, you know, with the cops and all that. My father is not a criminal, but the way they was acting towards him. So I'm just stating my opinion and what I think about it. Me personally, that's coming from my heart of me with being an African American woman. So, yeah. But anyways, like I was saying, I feel like us as African American people, we do have a voice, but I still feel like we kind of a little bit let white folks tuck over in our criminal justice system. And then at the end of the day, sometimes when our black people are working as a black cop, sometimes they like to suck up to the white cop and do as they told and fall in line instead of standing up for their culture and their race because they too scared to get fired or lose their job like that lady did because she stopped that white guy from choking a black guy, and now they don't want to give her pension for her retirement. Like, I don't blame her. I would have did it too because you know it ain't right and it's not right, especially being African American. Like, that's offensive, especially to us because we this race, we ain't gonna, like, you know, like, act funny toward our own kind. Like, it's not fair. But like I was saying, like, I'm not trying to offend anybody or nothing like that, but I'm stating my opinion. Y'all have y'all opinion, and I'm saying mine for the Black Lives Matter situation. So I know what it's like to go through that. Like, it's like horrible. It is, like, to actually see cops acting that way and treating African Americans like that. Like, it's sad, but it's true. Like, racism, it still does exist, even though it is 2020, coronavirus, all that is going on. And I know numbers are going up with that, probably because of protests, because people ain't staying 6 feet apart. But we gotta fight for our rights. Like, no justice, no peace. Like, we gotta do what we gotta do as African American. We wanna be treated equal. Like, we've been fighting to be equal in America for so long, since our ancestors came over here when they were slaves and died that way, and move on for the next generation was to make it better. Like Martin Luther King Jr. said, we wanna be equal. So that's all I got to say. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share my video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Deuces. Peace.